beyond that, I'm looking at Matthew Boyd specifically. I think he's a top 20 pitcher in the league right now. The guy has not a great ERA. It's around 370, 375, but hasn't lost a game. He's won 3 or won 5, I believe. He's thrown 33 pitches over the last 30 days and only walked 4 in 29 innings. Given up 6 homers, though.
Yeah.
That's a problem. You want to look at Colin Ray, who's kind of dominating the 5-pitch innings starting pitcher, and then we go to the bullpen. It's almost worked every time he's gone out there. Again, 3-0 this year. In the past 30 days, he's pitching 289. I think his season ERA is 230 something, which is stellar.
And Tim, I say that because the thought that you just had, when you said the starting pitching and then you said you're done, it leads us actually pretty nicely into the second thing we're going to talk about. And that is the question that I'm about to ask you to start all this out, because this is sometimes like when we come with ideas, some topics come from both of us. Some's like a me thing, and then it's like, okay, you drive it. Some is a Tim thing. He drives it. I'm giving Tim 100% credit here. Is I'm assuming the Cub game is not going well based on Tim's reactions.
The Marlins just won in the bottom of the 9th.
Who blew the game?
8-7.
Who blew the game?
Palencia.
Yeah, I could have.
He gave up a bases loaded double.
Well,
or I guess
Marlins might have our number. Might have our number, even though we beat them twice the last time around.
Maybe.
Can't win them all, Tim, right? Can't win them all.
Cabrera had a great game today.
Which is funny because Tim reacting like he just did. If it was a Bears game, Tim would be like, we'll get them next week. Baseball, we're like, what are you doing? No!
I know.
It's a way longer season. But Tim, here's the question I got for you. Here's the question I got for you to take your mind off of the loss tonight.
I'm going to turn the TV off.
Is this Cubs rotation more reliable than we thought they'd be at the beginning of the year?
I think a short answer that everybody should have is yes. The guy we're talking about, mainly the other 3 of the rotation that we started the season with, other than Imanaga and Steele post their injuries, of Colin Ray, Matthew Boyd, and Jameson Taillon. When you watch games with them pitching, it's hard to see past a lot of the flaws that they have and realize that they are actually chugging along really well as a projected 3, 4, and 5 pitchers in the rotation. Now forced to be a 1, 2, and 3 punch out team here. The biggest problem that I think this team defensively dies on, and probably lives and dies on offensively, is the home run core. If you ignore, well, it's hard to, but ignore the every now and then homers that give up 2 or 3. Colin Ray, Matthew Boyd, and Taillon are actually pitching very good this year. They have a lot of strikeouts. They have pretty low ERAs, putting up innings, not walking a lot of guys. It's just the problem is sometimes they throw fatties over the plate.
Yeah. And
beyond that, I'm looking at Matthew Boyd specifically. I think he's a top 20 pitcher in the league right now. The guy has not a great ERA. It's around 370, 375, but hasn't lost a game. He's won 3 or won 5, I believe. He's thrown 33 pitches over the last 30 days and only walked 4 in 29 innings. Given up 6 homers, though.
Yeah.
That's a problem. You want to look at Colin Ray, who's kind of dominating the 5-pitch innings starting pitcher, and then we go to the bullpen. It's almost worked every time he's gone out there. Again, 3-0 this year. In the past 30 days, he's pitching 289. I think his season ERA is 230 something, which is stellar. Past 30 days, 20 strikeouts. 10 walks, 4 homers. That's a lot for 5 games. We go to Jameson Taillon, who's given up the most homers. He's given up 8 over the past 5 games, but he's got 24 strikeouts. He's only got 4 walks. He's throwing under 4 ERA. These guys are definitely stepping up and filling the role when they should be, and I think it definitely needs recognition because there are plenty of people that don't like these guys, and it's because you turn on the game, you see them throw the pitch, and then turn and look behind them, and then they shake their head, and they're doing that, and you go, oh, this guy fucking sucks. But it's like, if you look at it, Ben Brown today gave up 2 homers in the first inning. 1-2 without an out happening. He closed out the inning. He then went 12 straight of nobody getting on. And then, he fell apart in the last inning. But, like, these guys are flashing really good stuff. They're striking out a ton of batters, missing a lot of bats. It's just the problem of leaving it too far of the plate. And if they can hone that in, you're going to see these guys shave off 50 points off their ERA.
And the one thing that I'm thinking of, right, is first off, everything you like, the Brett Brown thing from tonight is key. Go ahead.
Right. One more thing I just wanted to.
No, hit me.
In the National League, as a team, they've given up the second most homers, only second to Arizona Diamondbacks.
You know what I would love?
Yeah.
You know what I would love to?
61 homers this year.
I would love to dive into that stat, and I don't know if there's somewhere out there that has it. Do we give up more? Do these pitchers give up more home runs? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Then what? The bullpen? Or
No, not even the bullpen. It's just because the one thing I automatically think of with these home run numbers, now that you bring that up, is, are they giving up more home runs on the road or at home? Because Wrigley is a place where if that wind's blowing out, like that game against the Diamondbacks that we were watching, that had the insane inning by the Diamondbacks, and the Cubs came back and won the game, and I called Kyle Tucker hitting the game-winning home run. Just gonna throw that out there.
You threw me $21. Remember?
What?
You threw me $20 for that one because you put a bet on it right before.
I did. So let's see. Just the 4 guys that are not Imanaga. I'm very interested to see. Let's see the splits this year.
Yeah, I don't have those numbers in front of me, the split.
So Matthew Boyd this year, let's see, where's home and away splits? They've got to be on here. I can't get home. There we go. Breakdown home and away. He has given up. So for Matthew Boyd, 26 home runs on the road, or those are hits. Okay. 5 home runs at home, 2 home runs on the road. So he's given up 3 more home runs, more than double home runs at Wrigley. You got Jameson Taillon. I'm going to go in order. Taillon has given up 9 home runs on the road, 4 home runs at home. He seems like he's a better home pitcher, though. And Colin Ray has given up 3 home runs at home, 1 home run on the road. And then Brett Brown, I'm assuming this is going to be before tonight. 1 home run on the road. Yeah. So 1 home run on the road, 3, but what, he gave up 2 home runs tonight, you said?
2 today.
So he's 3 and 3. Well, no, 3 and 3 because they were on the road today.
Oh, you're confusing me when you're saying 8. Okay.
Yeah.
3 and 3.
So basically, that's weird that they're all different. Boyd gives up more home runs
really
at Wrigley.
Stands out to me as right.
It was
nothing
just
stands out to me as yeah.
It was just one thing I thought of. And
no, I understand the lookup. I understand the research on that, and that's probably something we should know.
What I was originally going to say is there's 2 things that kind of make me think. First off, the answer to this question is yes. This starting rotation is way more reliable than I thought they were going to be, because at the beginning of the year, we were basically saying it's Steele, Shota, and the boys. It's Steele, Shota on top, and please give me something behind them, because I did not have much faith in our pitchers.
I thought you had a little bit You had a little bit more faith in Boyd than I think you're giving yourself credit for.
Boyd, yes.
We were talking about Boyd being
Boyd, yes. Tyone,
a
no.
Good number 3.
Brett Brown, I was like, I like Brett Brown, but like, I don't know if he's fully ready.
And we weren't even considering Colin Ray for the starting rotation.
No, we were not. We were not. Yeah. It's been great for my fantasy team, though, because he's listed as I'm going to throw this out every time. He's listed as a relief pitcher in fantasy. So I can play him in a relief pitcher role, but then he starts. So he gives me like everything that I want from another starter.
And he's good for 5 innings. Yeah. I think he's pitched at least 5 innings every time he's started. So that's consistency. That's what we've been looking at.
So
but yeah,
two things
for what they all.
Two things that I just want to throw out there. One, you sent me this article. Basically Marquis was talking with Carter Hawkins, our GM.
Yes.
And he has the quote about Shota where it says here in the article, while Hawkins was able to give a relatively clear answer about the hap injury, Imanaga is a different story. And the exact quote is, it's a little bit different when you have a pitcher. He has to deal with getting his lower half ready, and he also has to continue to keep his arm healthy. There's a little bit of deconditioning that happens when you're not able to throw on the mound. We have to build him back up. So basically that tells me, okay, when's Shota going to be back? When's he going to be because really the thing is, it's like, okay, how long do we ride this out? Because Shota will be back this year. Just when, yes. And when he does come back, will he be the same person? On the flip side, the Cubs have kind of, to me, made a shadow move that I don't know if many people are talking about. They signed Kenta Maeda to a minor league deal, and I think a lot of people are just looking at that and going, whatever, it's a minor league deal, whatever, Kenta Maeda. And I know Maeda this year for Detroit, not a great year. He's, let's see, how many games has he been in?
So was he released, Ricky?
So, yes, I believe he was like a DFA, released, whatever it is, waived.
Okay.
He's appeared in 7 games this year for Detroit. He pitched 8 innings, didn't start a single game, so all of them in relief. 8 innings where he gave up 9 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 1 home run, walked 6, and struck out 8 in those 8 innings. This is a guy that has started before in Detroit, started in Minnesota for a time, 2022.
Wasn't he with...
Go ahead.
Brewers, right?
No, he was he started his career with the Dodgers, then went to the Twins, and then went to Detroit.
Okay. But I do believe he has playoff experience.
He does, I believe, with the Dodgers. The Dodgers,
that might be his qualification for them, like trying to maybe bring in a guy in late September or something.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, this is a guy that I think if we can work with him, can we mold him into a guy that's either another pitcher who has stamina that we can have in our bullpen, or okay, guys, we need Boyd. You're now the number 2 pitcher. We need a new number 5. Could he be a number 5 pitcher? And I love the way that they're doing it. Hey, we're going to sign you to a minor league contract. We're going to stick you in Iowa. Let's see how you do when the pressure's not on you. The show lights aren't shining on you. Let's see what you do. Let's work with you. Hopefully like you said, August, September, the dog days, getting ready for those playoffs. Maybe he's a guy we call up and it's like, all right, we need you to help us, because I don't think the 7 games we saw in Detroit is the end all be all on Kenta Maeda, who is 37.
No.
But we're not talking about having him for 5 years. We're just talking about 1 season.
Well, let me throw this one at you. A lot of people thought Drew Pomerantz's career was over.
And now look at where he's at.
He's come back and he's been one of our best arms out of the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
I would say top 3 arm out of the bullpen. So stranger things have happened, Sometimes a change of environment, change of pitching coach can make a difference.
He was one I remember vividly, Tim, when he was moved from, I believe it was the Padres to the Red Sox. Not the from the Red Sox to the Padres. And how big of a move that was. The Padres were super excited to have Pomerantz. But like last year, he missed the entire year due to injury.
I thought he missed 2023 as well.
Let me look here. Oh,
I thought he hadn't played
you're right.
in a big league game since 2022. Yeah,
he has not played in a big league game since 21.
Go.
21 was the last year he played a big league game. You're right.
Do you think we can bring in Kenta as a bullpen arm?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, I believe that could happen.
Do you think that's smarter than a starting rotation guy?
You like bringing in a separate guy to be a rotation guy? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, no. We're gonna get Imanaga back.
Okay, so you're saying would I rather have Kenta Mieta as a rotation guy or a bullpen guy?
I guess yeah, kind of. And then which of the other guys would he take their place of?
Honestly, I would ideally his expectation would be a bullpen arm that we could use in the playoffs. His ceiling to me is a fifth starter if we think Ben Braun isn't going to be working. That's the big question to me is Ben Braun is the only rotation guy that I think is like on rocky water of like, do I trust him when it comes playoff time?
Or Tyone. Tyone is walking that type wire, that wire also.
Yeah.
I just think I think he's gotten unlucky with bad pitches. He's going to figure that out soon. I hope so, at least. I think it was also reading. This is not great news. I don't think we're going to see Assad this year.
Yeah, he's had too many setbacks.
Major setbacks.
Yeah.
And that's. Jeez, he was a big part of the rotation. He was basically filling. But if you want to go apples to apples, I think Colin Ray has probably filled in his role pretty well.
Yeah,
as like a just a good 4 or 5 innings, solid, consistent. It's gonna. I hate doing this one, but it's like we'll have to look and we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, this whole
find out.
This whole rotation thing is going to be a wait and see, but I will say my last thing, this rotation has pleasantly surprised me with the circumstances of losing our top 2 pitchers for extended games this season.
I think all fans out there should give them their flowers. They have definitely done at least their job, and in a couple cases more than they were expected to. I think that's definitely fair to say.
And as always, this is where you guys let us know what you guys think down below about anything. What are your expectations for Mieta? What are you expecting from Shota when he gets back? How do you feel about the rotation that we've seen thus far for the Cubs? As always, we'd like to thank the people that make these videos possible, our patrons whose names are displayed on the screen now. If you would like to become a patron, go ahead and click the Patreon icon in the bottom right. And if you'd like to check out another video from MVP Sports, hit the video in the upper left. As always, thanks for watching.